Hello everyone, I'm Demetri J.
And I'm Eddie Burton. And we're Planet Nowhere.
God, we got so close to the microphone just now. That was
weird.
Unintentionally gay. Anyway.
Okay, anyway.
Last week we interviewed Kyle. Well, the week before that I interviewed Kyle Hebert, the voice actor of Dragon Ball Z. This week we have another special guest. Would you like to share who you are, gentlemen?
I am also Kyle Hebert. No, I can't do it to save my life. I am Doug Walker.
He's an internet phenomenon, celebrity, whatever you want to call him.
If you have to explain who I am, they don't deserve to know.
Of course.
Just Doug Walker, that's it, no more.
Of course.
Look me up if you don't know, and if you don't deserve to know. So.
Oh god, he's so funny. He's one of our inspirations for online entertainment, obviously. One of the reasons that we got into the business, and now we're on a radio show, so must be doing something, right? We have a panel of questions for him that we will ask in a moment. But first, we just want to say thank you for coming. Thanks for sharing your time with us. We'd love to have you on soon again, and we'd love to meet up with you again. Can you start with the first question, Eddie? Before we start, give us a brief summary of what you do to someone who's, say, never heard of you before or seen your website or anything, and how you got started.
Insert, you should already know, joke here that I made earlier. Pretty much what I have a website called thatguywiththeglasses.com. I'm from a company called Channel Awesome, and we specialize in web video. The biggest character that I have is called Nostalgia Critic, who is a character that looks back at old nostalgic things and now current things. And they're usually bad things we remember being good but are actually pretty horrible now. And just rip them apart, just get really, really angry at them and shout at them while also critiquing them. Also do a character called Chester A. Bum in Bum Reviews, who reviews current movies and loves whatever movie he sees because he's in a warm building and that doesn't happen. Have another segment called Ask That Guy, where I ask people's questions and I always get the answers wrong. It's how spectacularly wrong they are. That makes
all
it
him in different costumes, just so you all know.
Yeah, it's all him. But
and also Video Game Confessions, where I play a bartender who hears all the dirty secrets that video game characters say when they come in and get drunk.
And does it once a year.
yeah.
Yeah, not quite as often as it used to be.
All right, so first question. Well, it's sort of a generic one, but I have to ask this to everyone you have on the show. How did you get started in what you do? And where do you think you are in your career now?
Well, like anyone, I started in porn. And I think
we're on the radio.
I think you can make the argument I'm still on porn. No, no. I started on YouTube with one video was me quitting my job, which got really popular. If you haven't seen it, it's me quitting a janitor job, ripping open my shirt that says "I quit," and then I dance out.
I reenacted it in high school.
That's not weird at all.
And
2020.
The other series was called 5-Second Movies, which you may have seen these too, where I take clips from a famous movie like Titanic, and I call it Titanic in 5 seconds. It'll be a clip of a guy saying, "This ship can't sink," and then you see it sink. That'll be it. And those really caught on, and I just kept going with it and making characters and trying sketches and reviews. And eventually a friend of a friend came along named Mike Mashad, starring Channel Awesome, said, "Hey, you can, if you follow my business plan, like, we can actually give you a website and you can make money on this." This is back when nobody was making money on this. But I said, okay, let's try it. And sure enough, he put the website together, got a whole bunch of other producers to make content as well, and I've been doing it ever since.
Okay, so on to question number 2. In your opinion, what are the advantages and disadvantages of working online, and how do you think you can continue to progress and evolve?
I mean, there really are more advantages than disadvantages. The biggest one being that you don't have to do the traditional route, or you don't have to know someone. You can just get a camera, a web connection, and you can just go from there. That's literally how it started with me. Mm-hmm. And it all comes down to just how well can you market yourself, how well can you keep getting stuff out there, and how constant can you still be entertaining, and can you get a fan base. And that's all up to the person, for the most part, controlling the videos. And that's really nice, because you don't have producers or financiers or anything coming in and, putting their thumbprint on it. You can have total control over it. And it's also nice because there's no censorship on the internet, really.
Yeah.
So you can say anything you want. You can... and you don't have to worry that much about advertisers and so forth. It does come into play a little later, but when you're starting out, it doesn't really matter. And for me, I get to mostly work from home, though we got a studio now, which is nice. I have been using that, but I get to edit from home. And also, you can get feedback right away. It's not like you have a whole series shot or a movie made, and when somebody says, oh, hey, I really hate this main character, and you realize that you have him for like 80 more episodes, you're kind of stuck. So it's really, the majority of it really is advantages.
What would you consider a disadvantage of it?
I think because of that immediacy, some people fall into the trap, and I think we have too, where we kind of tried to please the fans a little too much, and I find you have to do just what you think is entertaining, because that's the reason people came to you to begin with. And if the fans say something that you feel is true and should be fixed, go ahead and fix it. But if people just aren't liking something but in your gut, or they say they don't like something but in your gut you really like it, I usually say just go with it, because there's a lot of videos that, if you look at the comments, a lot of people won't like, but the views do great on it, and people share it, and then like a year later, people look back and say that was their favorite video. Like I have something called the Stephen King miniseries, where I always review a Stephen King miniseries, and tons of people were angry and said, you can't do this, and this isn't funny, and now people look forward to it every Halloween. It's like the highlight of their Halloween.
Is, yeah.
So, but that's not to say I haven't had screw-ups too, or stuff that didn't, do well, and people say, this isn't good, and I go, oh yeah, you're right.
All right, so next question. Well, as you kind of are aware of by now, a lot of people have picked up the trend of online video reviewing and making their own sort of comedic reviews of things. It's sort of a new art form, really. Well, art form's kind of pretentious. It's a new fad of the internet
Style, kind of.
And with us, not to kiss up to you or anything like that, but the style that you've put forward is what inspired us. Well, one of our influences in to get us working online and making web series and whatnot. So, how does it feel being an inspiration to people?
Oh, it sucks. No, it's it's cool, because it's just something you start off doing. I did like my parents' house, just still trying to make a living doing something else, and I just did it for fun. And just knowing that people tune in, say, hey, we get the joke, we want to be a part of this, and we like what you're doing, and they keep coming back, is really cool. And I think the biggest compliment that you can get, and I have gotten, is when people write in and they say that they've gone through something really rough, they've lost a relative, or they have depression, or some are in war, some are actually soldiers, like contacting me and saying that the web series I do actually really helps them, and it's something for them to look forward to, and they feel really good watching it. And that's the best feeling in the world, knowing that a stupid little thing you start off doing for fun actually is helping people through a way you never even thought, and that's like the greatest feeling.
Yeah, I agree. How does it feel that knowing that you provide influence to people that want to do their own entertainment?
It's wonderful. Again, it's because I had inspirations growing up too. There's things I wanted to be, and many of them it has sort of happened, which is, I'm so blessed for it. And again, it's just such an exciting time right now, where anyone, not everyone will, but anyone can sort of become famous if they play it the right way and market it the right way. The world has just grown, probably lack of a better term, so small because of the internet, because of